Hello guys, welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name is Claire and this is Polly Put the Petal On, and today I have a Temu haul for you. It's lovely to see you and I hope you're all very well. So today's video, as I've just said, is a Temu haul, and I'm gonna disclose right now that I shared my story with Temu. They approached me, they asked me, would you share your story with Temu? It was just answering some questions on a questionnaire sort of thing, and they've put it into a little story. And they thanked me by giving me some coupons. This is nothing to do with YouTube, this is not an ad, and so this video is not sponsored, but I just wanted to tell you that, you know, they gave me some coupons to spend on Temu, and that's what this is about. So that's that out of the way. Let's get on and we can chit chat along the way, and I can show you the lovely things that I've been buying, and also I can share with you the things that I've been doing, because I've been doing some, now I'm going to call it upcycling guys, but it's been actually aging stuff, frames and stuff. I've got a lovely little cupboard there that I've done and I'm super impressed with it, but the handle was wrong and I don't know whether to show you today or wait until I get the correct handle for it. So anyway, let's get on with this haul. I hope you're all very, very well. I really do. And please do let me know in the comments as to how you are. I know you do anyway, because we always have a little chit chat, don't we, afterwards. And I will be in the comments afterwards. I may not be there immediately after, because I could be eating my dinner or walking autumn. But I am on the same day there in the comments having a little chit chat with you all. So I'm just going off the top of the bag, and the first thing that I have picked up, it's not necessarily the first thing I put in my basket at the time of ordering, but yeah, I picked these up. I thought these would be quite nice, because if you are here from the last haul or my regulars, you'll know that I am doing a Dickensian Victorian inspired Christmas, and that was going off this Bible of my dad's. It's a Victorian Bible. It was printed in 1880 and it's absolutely beautiful, family Bible. It's stunning, and I want that to be part of my decor. So that kind of led the way, kind of inspired me and led me down this path. Plus I'm using things that I've already got as regards to colour schemes and stuff, because I can't afford to switch everything out, and you know, but repurposing things is a great way. And like you will see, these things that I have bought from charity shops in the past that I have had as something else, and now I'm turning into Victorian decor. So let's get on. Right, so I picked these little decorative music sheets up. They're really quite pretty, aren't they? Made to look vintage. Actually, Victorian is antique, it's not vintage. Victorian is antique. Vintage is if it's 100 years or less, isn't it? Antique is 100 years and over. So yeah, they're very pretty. I might have shown you that one, but they're just pretty little, and I am going to maybe even distress these even further, just to give them that kind of look, the kind of look that I want them to have. So they were very nice, and probably just £1. Haven't got all the prices, and the thing is, I had that many different price reductions, not only while there was some in my basket, because if you put things in your basket, they will let you know that you can find this somewhere else at whatever amount cheaper, and you can swap it over. Then when it's on its way to being delivered, you can then do a price adjustment check. Now I've done it 3 times on an order, on this order. I did it 3 times, a price adjustment. So 3 times I was able to go on. So it's gone back into my pot as credit, and I can go back onto Temu, which is good, because I've got a few things that I need. This, so yeah, if you're not aware of that, because I know Maxine said to me, oh, I didn't know you could do that, and she went on and she got well a pretty penny off the things that she'd ordered. But she'd been ordering, Maxine had ordered things like furniture and stuff, And so yeah, she got quite a pretty penny back off her price adjustment check. Now this is a battery operated, it's meant to be a birch. They're lights. I mean, I haven't got any batteries to the table, so I can't show you, but you will see it more than likely in my decor. And it's a garland, a birch light garland, and obviously it needs teasing out, you know, to make it look like it's branches. And yeah, but I'm not going to do it now because I'm going to put it back in its box. And I thought that was quite nice. Now that was totally inexpensive. It could have been about £4, and I have seen them, and I can't remember where I've seen them, and they're about £5. So yeah, that was cheaper. I picked up this little old notebook just to, you know, again, going down the aesthetic of the Victorian. It's quite nice, and I like the little detail there, that little feather. It's quite nice. I even like the inside, although I won't be showing the inside because, like I say, it is just for decor, but I like the pages too. So yeah, and that again was not expensive at all. Now I got these, and I think these are fabulous. Norfolk pine branches. These are Real Touch. Now we call it Real Touch. It's almost like silicone. We call it Real Touch, but it's more like silicone, because if that was Real Touch, you know, it wouldn't, and it's pine, obviously, it would be quite rough. But it's nice and soft, and they're wired, so you can bend them into shape to make them look natural, as if they're you know, as if they're hanging in a natural state. So I like those, and I think to be honest, I can't remember, there may be 40, there may be 48, there may be 48 of these. I'm currently doing a little mock-up in my hearth with some of these and another little bit of foliage, and something else. I'm keeping it under wraps, but like I say, I'm doing a little mock-up at the minute. My living room is a bit of a write-off, guys, because not only have I got Christmas coming in, I've not brought anything down from the loft, but I've started, I get giddy, I get these ideas, and then I like to try and test them out. At the back of the living room, in my dining area, I have been, you should see the state of my craft mat. I have been upcycling and stuff. I'm going to show you a few pieces. And at the front, I'm doing a mock-up of my fireplace. I've removed autumn now, bar this and my copper kettle, because I really enjoy that copper kettle, so that's over there. But I've removed autumn now. When I say that, it's as if I've removed my dog, because my dog's called Autumn, but no, she's in a crate and she's having a snore, if you can hear that. And yeah, like I say, I haven't brought anything down from the loft. So yeah, we're in a bit of a state already. Those are fabulous. Norfolk pine. Now I got those to bulk out if indeed I needed to. These that I got, these were £17 for two, and they're 9 foot long. So brilliant, absolutely brilliant, these Norfolk pine garlands. And what I really like about these garlands are that these are also wired, and you can manipulate those too. So once you've got this in situ as to where it is that you're placing it, your stairs, your fireplace, you know, up above, once they're in situ, you can then manipulate each branch, not these, which is nice because that gives it movement then, because that's lame. But because they're wired, you can manipulate it into place, and like I say, you can give it that natural look. You can manipulate it into looking as if it's moving, and give it that movement, which is fabulous. So they were £17 for two 9 foot Norfolk pine garlands, and again, they're Real Touch, and I thought they were a real bargain. I'm really looking forward to working with these and seeing those in situ. I've also picked these up. Now, you know I love my Christmas foliage. I love any foliage, to be honest. And I saw these and I absolutely love them. These little Christmas trees, these heavily flocked little Christmas trees. Now, some are a little bit squished, granted, but I will be able to work with that. You know, put the hairdryer on them, put the steamer on them. Maybe not the steamer because I'm not sure what it would do to the flocking. But put the hairdryer on them, definitely warm them up. But they're lovely, they are, aren't they? And I think I got 16 in a pack of those, and again, not very expensive at all. And there they are, 16 in a pack, but they're going to be beautiful in some arrangements that I'm thinking of doing. Now, Mother Nature is going to make an appearance this winter. That's not it. Mother Nature's going to make an appearance this Christmas. She didn't last Christmas. Mother Nature is she's half filigree mannequin, and I made a skirt. I made her. I didn't make the mannequin. I bought the mannequin from the car boot sale, and then I made the skirt out of a Christmas tree, again, that I bought from car boot sale. And I think it cost me about £15 in total. Well, I made her up and I lit up inside her skirt. And that's how she remains. And each year I bring her down and I decorate her. Like I say, she didn't come out last year, but she will do this year. Because I'm going to dress her. I'm not going to overdress her. But I bought this beautiful shrug for her to wear. This lovely, and it's beautiful wine coloured fur shrug. Now, that might be a little bit too big for her. It's too small for me, but it might be a little bit too big for her. But that doesn't matter, because I'll just clip at the back, because you don't see the back of her anyway, because she always goes in the corner in my hallway. But I bought that beautiful little shrug for her. And I think she's going to look absolutely lovely, and very fitting, because usually I do something slightly different in the hallway to what I do in my sitting room, but this year I'm going to follow it through. Now, there may be different colours in there, but it's still going to be Dickensian, Victorian, that kind of thing. I also picked up this beautiful velour table runner in this gorgeous red. It's absolutely beautiful, that is. Nice quality, you know, and really quite long as well. Can't remember how long it is, and if I see it, if I have a look, I'll flash it up on the screen how long it is. And it wasn't very expensive at all. So you can see where I'm going. You already know that my colour scheme is red, gold, because they're the colours that I've had for the past 2 years, and I'm just adding a little bit of forest green to it this year, just to be in keeping with the Victorian theme. So that's my theme, Victorian, and my colour scheme is red, green and gold. Then I saw this little bit of mistletoe, and I picked that up. You know, there was a lot of mistletoe in the Victorian days. They used it a lot, and kissing balls were made from, and hence why you kiss under the mistletoe. Kissing balls were made from mistletoe too, and kissing balls, sorry, are massive. They've taken off this year, I've noticed. I may do one, I may not. But yeah, they've taken off. I picked up some lights, and I'm wondering whether I could get away with putting these on the outside, but they're battery operated, didn't even consider that. But they're all right. I think there's another pack there as well. I don't think they're going to go outside. They might. We'll see. I'll see what they're like. I picked up a candle snuffer, and I've picked it up in this black because I'm going to distress it in a little bit of gold. Now that's mad, isn't it? Because normally you would distress it in a little bit. It doesn't matter. I'm going to give it a little bit of rub and buff here and there, and make it look as if that black is in actual fact aged and patina. What is this? Oh, I'm going to keep them a little surprise. But it's not going to be a surprise. But I want to keep a couple of bits and bobs back. So that you've not seen it all. So that, you know, I'm creating interest. So that you'll be interested to come back and see what I've done. What I've done with the place. What I've done with all these things. This is lovely. I really, really like that. A little candle holder. I thought, how quaint is that? You know, you've got your placement there for your candle, and it's already been aged. I mean, the gold is a little bit too yellowy, but it doesn't matter. It will work. It'll do. It'll do. I really like that. This was an absolute boo-boo, and I wouldn't mind, but I double checked as well. I thought it was wood. It really isn't. It's a cross, and it's just flat. I thought it was wood because there was one that I'd looked at and it said this is too, because they will say that, you know, they don't just rip you off. They will, but you have to read it. You have to read the small print as to whether it's, nearly lost that then. As to whether it's 2D, you know, or indeed 3D. And I thought I had read it. Clearly didn't, did I? Because that was that. I mean, I wonder whether I can do something with it. I got these little stags. These are only tiny, but nice to go into maybe something that I'm going to design. One of my, maybe in the dough bowl, one of the dough bowls. I think I am only going to end up with one dough bowl actually, and that will come back here because now I've changed my mind on the fireplace. I was going to put one on the fireplace with an arrangement in it, and now I've decided that I'm going to use something else, and hence me doing a mock-up of it down there now. I do these things and I have to sit back and have a look, and then I'll take it to its full potential. So yeah, these are the wrong colour, so of course I'm going to rub and buff them and you know, do my aged look on it. I've really enjoyed working with rub and buff this week, and acrylic paints too, and dark wax. And like I say, I'm going to show you some bits that I've done. But yeah, I like these little stags. They'll go nice in an arrangement, I'm sure. You know, part of an arrangement. My dough bowl maybe. I'm not going to show you that either. I'll show you that a different time. And I've picked up some of these now. You know, I've got the dark green pine branches, and I showed you in one of my last Temu hauls the heavily flocked pine branches. Well, these are an in-betweener because these aren't, they're neither or. They're not heavily flocked and they're not just plain. They're quite in between. If you can remember the heavily flocked, they're really heavily, pretty much like them, and there is a difference. Can you see? So these are almost like frosted. These would be nice if you put a little bit of school glue on them and sprinkled a little bit of iridescent glitter on them, which I have got some glitter down there as well in my craft drawers, so I'll have a look, and I might do that myself just to get that little bit of glisten going on. But yeah, so they're an in-betweener, and these I think I got 40, maybe 40 of those. They're ideal to have in your stash. You know, obviously they're not all going to get used because I've got 50 in the loft. I've got 40, I've got 50 down there, and I've got 40 odd there. So, but you know, they'll be nice. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I do know what I'm trying to say. The thing is with me, as I've previously told you, I speak in shorthand, and my brain thinks faster and moves on than what I can speak it. So then I start stumbling and stuff. It's bizarre. I got this pen, and it's just a gold highlighter pen. Haven't got it working yet. You know, it's one of them. Haven't got it working yet. But I thought if I get that, you know, for when I'm doing my picture frames and stuff, for aging my picture frames, I can highlight. I'm going to do a little video on a couple of frames that I'm doing. I might even do it on that big frame that I'm doing. I'm going to show you that big frame in a minute. And then there's another little cut. Now this I am going to have to do a little rub and buff job on, because that's not, excuse me, I've got, it's perhaps even that flocking, it's up my nose. Sorry about that. Wasn't very ladylike, was it? Yeah, metal, and this came in 3 pieces and I've just put it together, super easy. But I'll do a rub and buff on that and age it. And then this is absolutely beautiful. It's a writing set. I definitely have got an itchy nose. It's a writing set, guys, and it's, what's this? Oh, so you got some old looking paper with an envelope, and then you've got all these nibs. It's a fountain pen set. You've got all those nibs, and you've got, look at that. How beautiful is that, guys? I think this was a tenner. You've got wax there and a wax seal, but I also think that this wax seal, let's have a little go. Just bear with, guys. Yeah, your wax seal you can also use as your pen holder. I think it's beautiful. You know, and it won't matter how I decorate in years to come. This is timeless, really. And yes, all right, I got it for the Victorian Dickensian Christmas that I'm doing this year, but it's timeless and it's beautiful. So you've got wax there to do your stamp. You've got a letter opener. It's absolutely beautiful. You've got a quill, or you've just got your normal fountain pen. It is beautiful. You've got your ink and you've got your stamp and your pen holder. Extra nibs there. So this would be a lovely, lovely gift for somebody at Christmas. You know, if they like their writing, calligraphy and stuff. Beautiful. You know, or if they like to write nice letters, that would be a beautiful, beautiful gift. And like I say, I think that was about £10. And well worth it. So that will be featuring in my Christmas decorations. Now these, guys, are those transfers I was telling you about in my last video. I got some that I'm going to put onto Christmas ornaments, baubles and stuff, to age the baubles, because obviously I'm repeating myself, I can't afford to completely, you know, swap everything out. Who can? And so, you know, to change the look of a few of my baubles, I'm going to age them. Right, so that's typical of me, because everything's under there now and I can't show you, but you'll have seen them in the last video. If you haven't seen that, I will link the video down in the description box. So these are they're beautiful. Told you I got some mice coming. Because I've been looking for some nice mice, to be honest. You know, 'twas the night before Christmas and all through the house, that sort of thing. But I love Christmas mice for some reason. I've got a beautiful, you'll have seen it because I get it out every year and it always goes by my TV. And it's a Yankee Candle lid, whatever. I can't speak. And it's got a little mouse on it and a little Christmas tree, and there's so much detail in it that I absolutely adore it. So yeah, I love Christmas mouse. So these are they're beautiful transfers. These obviously are bigger than the ones that I showed you the last time. I think, how many designs do you get? Yeah, they're all different designs. So you've got those there, those there. Autumn really is snoring. I'm just trying to look now and see which ones I want on my glass. I'm going to show you now. So I've seen somebody on TikTok and she gets these or Stanley Cup, Stanley dupes, or any kind of thing that are all in at the moment. And she puts those on and then sells them. You put those on the cut on the, so I'm going to have a, not only that guys, you can do these for Christmas gifts. I think they're about £5 for 4, maybe. I might be wrong, don't quote me on that. I got these from Temu too, and I've had these for quite some time. But this Christmas, I'm going to make myself a Christmas glass, and a Christmas glass that nobody else has got, because I'm having a Christmas mouse on mine and it's not come from B&M. And that's not because I'm being a B&M snob, because I'm not, because I love B&M. And I've got that rocking horse, I told you that the last time, from B&M. It's just that, you know, I thought I'd have something different for myself, and I love a Christmas mouse. So I could either have 2 on there. You could even put, I wonder if that, yeah, it does. That reaches the entire way around. So I could have them mice all the way around if I want. I've got 3 of these. One of these broke because I bought them in a pack of 4. So I might just, and I've got 5 of these. I've got 5 of these. So everybody's getting a Christmas glass. But they're a great idea. But as I said to you in the last video, they cater for all different designs. It's not just for Christmas. Different seasons, different reasons, you know, there's flowers, there's all kinds of transfers. Take a look, they absolutely are beautiful. I got so excited then I couldn't even get that word out. It's a good job you guys know me, innit? Then what's this? Oh yeah, this is a beautiful cameo brooch to go on Mother Nature's shrug. You know, I'm going to put, because cameos were big in the Victorians, so I'm going to put a cameo on, because like I say, I'm not sure how to dress her up. I think she's going to be quite understated, to be honest. And yeah, so I think a nice little cameo, and then a skirt may be berries. It may just be berries, and I know that I've got some you'll have seen them before because I've decorated her that way, but in a different style. I think it was when she was my angel, when I dressed her as my angel. I'll show you when we get to it, but like I say, I've not been in the loft yet. I'm going to keep that as a, no, I'm going to show you this. So this is a nice little, how lovely is that? For me, it's the details. I've told you this, I tell you all the time. For me, it's the details. If you get your detail right, you know, you can put all your big stuff in, and you know, but if you get those little details right, then you're telling a nice story. And I just like to get lost in whatever it is that I do, not only when I'm creating it, but when I'm sat looking back at it and stuff, you know. And there was something else there as well, but you'll have to wait and see for that. And then I got a pack of cards. Now I haven't opened these guys because I was thinking, you know, the games that they played, the parlour, what are they called, parlour games? The parlour games that the Victorians played and stuff. I thought, oh, I'll get a pack of cards because they played cards. And these games won't go to waste within my family because we like a game of cards. Mainly on our own. I play Make 11 and I love that game. You know, your cards have got to make 11. If you can get all your cards out and still have cards to cover, oh, it's exciting. So yeah, there they are. Hey, they're not too bad. So they say Merry Christmas on the back, don't they? Yeah, they do. And then that was the top card. They're not all decorative. There's your joker, and how they can, I mean, that's naughty. Very thin these are, but the card nevertheless. There's your joker. there's your king, the Christmas tree. There's your queen, and you've got snowmen. And then your joker is your another, is it? Yeah, is a card. Right, so, and then there's your numbers. They're nice, aren't they? Oh, and on different suits, they're different pictures. So I'll just maybe have these open, you know, and spread the hand out wherever it is that I place the parlour games within the decor. I'm going to, you know, create a little, kind of a little vignette with them. But we'll see. But yeah, they're quite nice, them. They're not too bad, quite small, but they're not too bad at all. And then I think we're coming to the end, guys. We most definitely are. Coming to the end, and then I'll very, very quickly show you what I've been doing. And this is a garland, just a gold leaf garland, battery operated, and it lights up. So that was that. And then I've got those little gold bells there. I'll be honest, I thought they were bigger than that. I should have read the description, but I didn't. But again, they're nice little bells, and they all ring. They've all got a little ringer in them, and they're already aged for me. So that's definitely that. So let me go and put these things away, and then I'll come back. And I'm back, guys. Now, what I've been doing this week is I've been aging things and taking them. I mean, you may well have seen my short. I posted a short last week, sorry, showing you this frame. I'm going to show it you now. Now, this was plastic. In fact, this was a plastic framed mirror. You can see the plastic there, plastic. And it was a mirror that I got from Home Bargains a number of years ago, and it was £6.99. And I've turned it into a window, almost like a church window. I've used rub and buff, black wax, dark wax, and black acrylic paint. So can you see? I've aged it like so. And I've taken it from the white plastic to, now sometimes it looks wood, and other times, and the time that I want it to look gold, aged gold or brass sort of thing. But either way, I don't mind it at all, and I am super happy with the way that turned out. And yeah, because I'm thinking of putting my Bible in front of this, you know, because that is quite church-like window, isn't it? So I'm thinking of putting my Bible in front of this. But I'll show you all this when once we get going. I mean, I will hold certain parts back so that you'll come and watch the home tour. Because if you know, ever show it you all, then but yeah, I'm going to show you as we go along, and especially with me making my dough bowls up and any arrangements that I'm doing. I think I'm going to show you how I'm aging these things, because I've got my cupboard here. I don't know whether to show you this cupboard. I love this cupboard. I'm so in love with it. So I've aged. I'm not going to show it you. I'm going to show it you on a separate video. Yeah, I'm showing you on a separate video. So now this is an old frame that I picked up from either a charity, I think it was a charity shop. Didn't pay a lot for it. I think I paid £4 for it, but I absolutely love it. And this is the kind of thing that I'm going for. So this was, oh, it doesn't, but this is manufactured too, but it's made to look like, you know, one of those vintage Victorian style frames. So I've got a set of frames here. So I'd done that one, I'd done that plastic, and I was so happy with that. that I thought, all right, well, I went down the petal shed because I knew I'd got 3 of these. Now these were all on, now I'd got these from the charity shop and these were £4. There was a set of 3. So you've got the square, you've got the heart, and you've got the rectangle. Now I've already got started to work on this one in the aging it. I put my rub and buff down, and then I even put a bit of dark wax on it, but I then made a boo-boo by going over with this acrylic paint, and it just looked wrong. So I've gone back over with the rub and buff, and so it needs dark wax on it again, and then I'll get a little bit of black acrylic paint and touch it in the right places. Sounds ominous, doesn't it? And so yeah, so this is how they started out, is this white. These were in my shabby chic days, like that was, you know, when I was into shabby chic, that frame with that mirror, that was when I was into that. And also this cupboard that I've redone, which is actually a CD cupboard. But I'm super happy with this cupboard, I really am. Like I say, it's just that handle that's let me down. When I put the handle on, I thought that's way too big, so I had to take it off, and I'm gonna have to order one now that's in keeping with the Victorian look. So yeah, so I'll do these 2 on camera. That might be my next video actually. I'll do these, and I might even finish this one. Now this was a mirror that I picked up from B&M for £4. Well, obviously I've taken the mirror out of it because I just like the frames. I've taken the mirror out of it, and I'm going to age it. The thing is to use rub and buff on all of these, on, you know, that cupboard, you know, this it, you know, it's going to use up my rub and buff, and I don't want it to. Rub and buff's about £8 a tube, and your tube is only that big, and yes, it goes far, it really does go far. I always like to have some in my stash, and I just thought, go on, because this was white plastic again, and I thought, go on with the acrylic paint first, if indeed I am or need to use the rub and buff. I hope you're following this. But yeah, so I may come back and do that, and these 2 on camera, and just show you. I mean, you know, if you're not interested, then that's fine. But I may do that just to show you the aged look. Now this cupboard, I really do wish, absolutely love it. I really do. And all I've done with that is that gold acrylic paint that I got from Amazon. There's no rub and buff on it. There's black acrylic paint, and there is dark wax. And then the postcards. Do you remember the postcards, the vintage postcards that I got from Temu? And I said they need a couple of mil off each side. They're in the frames of the cupboard front, and I had to choose wisely, because some of those vintage postcards were like a 50s Santa, so you need to look at your Santas, whereas the ones that I've chose, they look perfectly good enough for perfectly fitting. I don't know how I get through a day, I really don't. Perfectly fitting for what it is that I want it for. Oh, I need to go. I really need to go, guys. It's been absolutely lovely to sit here with you today. Please pop into the comments and let's have a little chat. And I will see you all very, very soon. Like I say, I'll come back with that. And also, I have got another few bits and bobs, and we're just getting on with Christmas now. I need to, because of the story that I'm about to tell. It's going to take me ages. Maybe. I'm so dramatic. So that leaves me to say, I've been Claire, this has been Polly Put the Petal On. You are absolutely fabulous, as you know. And I'll look forward to seeing you in the comments later. Take care. Bye. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.